For years, people laughed at Katt Williams, calling him bitter, jealous, and desperate for attention. But now, everyone's singing a different tune.
Oprah Winfrey, Tyler Perry, Steve Harvey, Kevin Hart. So everybody that Katt sat right here and told you about, everything he was saying was on the up and up. No one's saying he's lying. I can't wait to see your next interviews with those people.
They ain't coming on now, Mo.
Back in January 2024, when Katt sat down on Club Shay Shay, he didn't hold back. He started naming names. He talked about powerful celebrities. He hinted that some of them were hiding dark secrets, and at the time, people just rolled their eyes. Social media turned it into a punchline. Memes exploded. Nobody took him seriously. But now it's 2026, and millions of pages of government files connected to Jeffrey Epstein have been made public. And suddenly, the names Katt mentioned don't sound so crazy anymore.
Because what I think it is that everybody just wants to see him take an L on this one. And I'm just trying to figure out why. Why does everyone have such a vested interest in seeing Katt Williams take the fall for this, or go down for this, or be responsible for this, or set it up, or done this, or done that? And the only thing that makes sense to me is oh, y'all want him to be bad because Diddy is still in jail. Rock Nation is looking really bad, and all you Illuminati people, you're all looking real bad right now. So y'all need the people that pointed it out to look even worse, don't you? That's what makes sense to me. That's what I see. And it's kind of disgusting because in my opinion, there's a lot of people that should be speaking up for Katt right now that's not. There's a lot of people on that tour that probably should have had something else to say other than what's being said.
Than what's being said. In fact, some people believe the documents don't just echo what he hinted at, they amplify it, exposing not only the names he mentioned, but the ones he didn't. And according to many, the names still hidden could be even bigger. Now Katt has stepped back into the spotlight and doubled down on his biggest claims. He's not backing off. He's not going anywhere.
And nothing else really matters. That's what I do.
Is it easier to be quiet?
For who?
Anyone.
It's easier for my enemies to be quiet. Where's my camera? Yeah. Just be quiet. Just shut up. And I'll pass right by. Yeah, I just had to say that.
Now the conversation has changed. Instead of asking, is Katt serious? People are asking, how did he know? And if even part of what's surfacing in 2026 turns out to be true, we could be headed into a year that feels genuinely explosive. A lot of people say this latest wave of scrutiny began in November 2025, when Donald Trump signed what's being referred to as the Epstein Files Transparency Act into law, legislation that, according to widespread discussion, pushed the Department of Justice to release material tied to the federal investigation into Jeffrey Epstein, triggering what many are calling one of the largest document dumps in modern U.S. history. And then the internet zeroed in on a headline-grabbing claim that Jay-Z, also known as Sean Carter, was among the biggest names appearing in the released material. A billionaire mogul, a cultural icon, someone many people once believed was untouchable. According to a claim circulating from an FBI crisis intake form filed in 2019, an anonymous woman made serious allegations about something she says happened in 1996. She alleged she was taken from her home and later woke up in a room with Jay-Z and Harvey Weinstein. She further claimed Weinstein assaulted her while Jay-Z was present. To many, the story felt eerily familiar because it echoed the way Katt described certain power dynamics at celebrity parties and the way he suggested names like Diddy and Jay-Z operated behind the scenes.
We'll go to the parking lot and I'll watch them all go up there. And, they would be thinking I'm coming later. I would just be on the car having a grand old time, smoking and laughing, watching everybody who's going. And yeah, so you can't tell me what goes on because 5 hours later, I'm still in the parking lot when they come down. And, just to see all them big time Hollywood men that I just watched go up there. They all come down off the shuttle and looking sad in the eyes, and all of them wearing Sean John and looking oily, and they all walk crazy like this, and their shoelaces were always untied. I don't know why. Their shoelaces were always untied. And then they would get in their car and they would drive off standing up. Big boy, with their head out there. All of them. And I couldn't believe it, but one of the highlights of my Hollywood career, you know. But you can't tell me, because I was there to see on both ends.
Hey man, you know what's wild out there? I'm wondering how many people would see, oh man, these are jokes.
None of the people that was on the shuttle.
Right.
And they the only ones I care about.
The woman accusing Jay-Z also named Pusha T, alleging he built fake friendships to lure women into vulnerable situations. And then people started resurfacing old interview clips, moments where the energy in the room seemed to shift the second Jay-Z's name was mentioned. Conversations would abruptly stall. Someone would redirect, "Don't go there, move on." It felt tense, almost like Jay was the industry's boogeyman. And that's exactly what Jaguar Wright has recently claimed too, alleging that both he and Diddy had powerful backers behind them.
Adjacent to, or, traveling in the same circles as the person that's been selected to be this icon. Because let's just be very clear, he was selected, just like Diddy was selected. Question is by who? Now, for many years, I minded my business about a lot of things, but a lot of things came to me. I heard a lot of things. You gotta remember, this was back when I was still trying to be amicable with the industry so that I could have my career, so that I could have my life, right? Everything that I worked for, everything that I sacrificed. Up until, 2016, 2017, I was still ignoring a lot of things. A lot of things. It wasn't until I couldn't ignore it anymore because I realized this ain't going nowhere. And then when I started seeing exactly how dangerous things have become, it was very simple. It's either you're going to speak up or they're going to keep getting away with it, or you're going to get handled up on regardless because you're not playing along the way you should be playing along. Like that's how this works. Like the people that get rewarded are the people that keep the secrets, the people that are quiet, and the people that lie for them. The people who get a pass are the people who pretend that like they don't know what's going on. And then the people that speak up are the people that, get persecuted, get framed, get trashed, are forced to go broke, that kind of. So yeah, I cannot say that it was an overnight process.
The woman accusing Jay-Z also named Pusha T, alleging he built fake friendships to lure women into vulnerable situations. Then the internet started digging up old interview clips, moments where the entire mood seemed to change the second Jay-Z's name came up. Conversations would suddenly freeze. Someone would cut it off. "Don't go there, move on." The tension was unmistakable, almost as if Jay-Z was the industry's boogeyman, the name you didn't say out loud. And that's exactly what Jaguar Wright has recently alleged too, claiming that both he and Diddy had powerful backers protecting them.
In your thoughts on Donald Trump and what it means for what it means for mass incarceration?
You know what? This is a labor of love for Jay, and as a result, he's my friend. We're here to talk about that and nothing else.
Well, then can I ask you about mass incarceration? And do you think the movement is...
The woman accusing Jay-Z also named Pusha T, alleging he built fake friendships to lure women into vulnerable situations. After that, people began resurfacing old interview clips, moments where the entire atmosphere shifted the instant Jay-Z's name was mentioned. Conversations would abruptly shut down. Someone would steer it away. "Don't go there, move on." It felt tense, almost like Jay-Z was the industry's boogeyman, the name nobody wanted to touch. And that's exactly what Jaguar Wright has recently alleged as well, claiming that both he and Diddy had powerful backers protecting them.
With Jay-Z in his situation, as far as the early Jay-Z, you see him with Aaliyah Young, of course, goes to Dame Dash next. You see him with Foxy Brown. You see the maturation of Beyonce and him getting with Beyonce. You see Rihanna at a young age. Is it more so, and you were young as a singer, is it more so that, you know, when you're in this industry, men are going to most likely talk and date their peers? And it's just that technically all the new rising stars at that time
Are
were
babies.
just young women, just young kids.
Babies.
Babies.
Being ran around by grown men.
There was a video of Rihanna winning an award, and she was thanking her parents. And Jay-Z, you know, he stepped in and, you know, said, nah, you know, she means to thank me. And he was being very overly aggressive. And you look at Rihanna's age at that time, you look at him, how much does power and influence, even for you, you were backstage, you know, saw him cry, unplugged. How much does power and influence come to those?
I was also a grown woman and I was pregnant and married. She was a kid.
Wow.
She was a kid. Yeah, I remember that. No, you need to thank me. That's kind of ballsy, isn't it?
When you look back at it, hypothetically, Jay-Z leaves the country right now. He goes Russell Simmons.
Yeah. He could.
Yeah.
He could do that.
He's a quiet man regardless, so it doesn't quite matter if he's here or not.
Then people started pointing to videos that were already circulating online. Old party footage, photos of Jay-Z and Weinstein together at industry events, even appearances tied to a birthday party for Diddy. And here's what made it hit harder. Weinstein isn't just a rumor anymore. He's already been convicted in court and is serving time. So when those images resurfaced, when people saw how close they seemed, how comfortable, how buddy-buddy, it didn't feel like harmless networking. It felt like a piece of a bigger picture snapping into place.
If you take people like Jay-Z and Pusha T, they made their living our people, so how the they gonna stand up for our people? You know what I'm saying? But we forget that because we love Jay-Z's music so much. We love Pusha's music so much, right? But you think they would ever, Beyonce had the best fit for somebody else? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You think they would ever tell the truth? No, if they told the truth, they ain't go to jail. You know what I'm saying? So you have liars. Yeah. Liars are now the face of our culture.
Back in 2018, he went public, calling Jay-Z and Pusha T liars and saying they would never tell the truth. At the time, most people brushed it off. They said he was spiraling, that he was out of control. But now those same clips are being replayed, and the tone is completely different.
The unsealed Epstein files have just dropped a bombshell that ties Jay-Z and Beyonce directly to Jeffrey Epstein's darkest secrets. These two are named in survivor testimony for taking part in horrifying human hunts deep in Africa's remote forests. So picture this: vulnerable young'uns released into the wilderness, then chased down with weapons, snarling packs of dogs, and even helicopters overhead. Survivors say Jay-Z and Beyonce weren't just watching, they were boots on the ground in Nigeria at least 3 times, laughing as they directed the chaos and even stepping in to finish off cornered victims in what witnesses call ritualized brutal slayings. There's talk of skin being taken as trophies. Nigerian police built a solid case from survivor accounts, but then high-level embassy contacts out of Washington shut it all down. Officers got transferred or pushed into early retirement, but one brave voice is still speaking out, risking his life.
There are no official documents tying her to it. But in today's world, accusations alone can spread like wildfire. And to some people, silence sounds loud, even though legally, silence is not proof of guilt. Next is Richard Branson. His name appears repeatedly in the files. In one 2013 email, Epstein reportedly thanked Branson for hospitality and for public relations advice.
emails that were found in the Epstein files where he tells Jeffrey to bring along his hair. Now, guys, his team says that he never would have said that if he fully understood the context in which he was talking to Jeffrey and Epstein about all of this. Except I'm pretty sure he understood the context because these emails were from 2013 and Jeffrey Epstein had already been convicted in 2008. And Branson is trying to email him a PR memo on how he can spin his 2008 conviction, so I'm pretty sure he was aware. Advises Jeff to see if he can get Bill Gates to say that he mentored him, and advises Epstein to say that he just slipped up after sleeping with a 17-and-a-half-year-old woman because the and a half makes a difference. And he's been punished for it and he's learned his lesson, obviously. Jeffrey responds thanking him for his PR advice. There are other emails from Richard Branson to Jeffrey Epstein, like this one where he asked him to bring his 2 Russian girls along, but I digress. He also has a history of harassing women, but don't worry guys, he doesn't remember the harassment. But I think his interview with Conan shows exactly how he felt he could treat women. Now, I can't show this entire interview. It's over 10 minutes long, and some of the things he says in it, you can't show on this app.
What's his name? Where does he live? Does this work for you? Does this work for you wherever you go? Only a billionaire could walk in the room, grab Salma Hayek, and throw him on the lap. She got you to take your clothes off, so I thought, you know. Everyone gets their own television set, is that right? Yes. Now you give me a job. If this movie doesn't do well, please go see it. It's wonderful. Isn't she lovely? Yes, very nice. I hate your life, by the way. You've got $1 billion. Why do you also have to have Salma Hayek massaging you, pal? How can you go further with the airlines?
We like to make it fun. We're going to turn the Mile High Club into a legitimate thing, and we're going to put double beds on the planes. It's going to be an all-night affair for people like Salma and her English boyfriend.
You touch her one more time, I'll rip your head off, pal.
I've seen people say that Conan was serious about that, but the interview goes on. Richard Branson asks Salma Hayek what her first time was like. And Branson also discusses his modeling agency where he had Kate Moss sign up when she was a child, saying he wanted to keep in the theme of his company's name. So signing up young girls that were, you know. I am appalled after seeing all of this today and how long it was allowed to go on when he acted this openly and brazenly in the public eye.
Branson has since said Epstein's actions were wrong and that he supports justice for the victims. Then there's Sarah Ferguson, better known as Fergie, the ex-wife of Prince Andrew. Her name appears in multiple emails, including during the period when Epstein was under house arrest. In one email believed to be sent from Epstein's account, someone wrote, "I think Fergie can now say, I am not a pedo." In another exchange from 2009, there was a friendly request for a quick cup of tea, written in warm, familiar language with praise for Epstein woven in.
Now, in your book, you devote some time to his ex-wife, Sarah Ferguson, and I just wonder whether she's in danger as a world-class grifter as well, because the emails of Jeffrey Epstein show her acting absolutely appallingly, and not just on the sensational stuff, you're helping to set up meetings between that pedophile and her own goddaughter, for heaven's sake, and also her own daughters, and telling Epstein of another woman that you may marry her too, she's single, she has a great body, okay, well, marry me, and then we'll employ her. But then again, there's the financial links, with one email from Epstein saying he'd supported her financially for 15 years, Andrew. What did she do for him in return?
Well, Sarah Ferguson gave Epstein the sort of entree into Andrew and into the royal family. But who knows? I mean, there's still a lot more to come out. But you're absolutely right. Sarah Ferguson is a material witness to the King, to what was going on in Epstein's home. She was often a regular visitor there, and she should certainly be testifying to the Senate. But there's also HMRC, Her Majesty's Revenue and Customs, should be looking at her. The Companies Act, I think she broke. The charitable laws, charitable things that she broke running her charities. So I think she's definitely worth investigation as well. And she should certainly be questioned about the misconduct in public office, as should his daughters, who accompanied him on many of these trips and used these trips to basically get contacts which they're now exploiting themselves.
Then there's Brett Ratner. A photo reportedly surfaced in the released documents showing him at an event near Epstein. Ratner responded by saying that around 20 years ago, he attended an event with his then-fiancée, and that's when the photo was taken. He also said he did not have a personal relationship with Epstein. And now the spotlight is everywhere. Tech billionaires, music moguls, supermodels, media executives, even presidents. A survivor has since gone on television and said that during her time trapped in Epstein's ring, she witnessed a vast network of powerful men. Men who, today, deny any wrongdoing.
But I will talk about what I've experienced. And what I've experienced is sitting in front of Katt Williams at his own house, $3 million mansion in Malibu. And this man told Tory Hart exactly what Kevin Hart did in order to be where he's at. Now, I don't know if it was Kevin that pissed him off. I don't know who it was that pissed him off. But I do understand that the comedy world is nothing to play with. And it's like, you know, Kevin doesn't want to be a dinosaur. He's really a velociraptor. And you know, some people are actually T-Rexes. And we have a system to break in this universe. Now, if I keep going with this posting that everyone's privy to, it's going to unlock certain systems in the universe that prove that dinosaurs are actually not extinct. That's what Katt knows. He knows the inner workings of how people turned into huge comedians. And I guess,
he says Kevin is an industry plant.
No, man. I mean, you know, Kevin is a dinosaur, and I can't, you know, I'm not gonna go back and forth with you. You know, he's Frankie Lyman,
and that's why people keep circling back to what Katt Williams said. Because the ones who have been chewed up and pushed aside by the industry, the ones who have watched careers get buried and doors quietly close, hear something familiar in his warnings. To them, it sounded like exposure, not just of people, but of the way certain people seemingly climb the ladder so fast, so clean, and without questions. Orlando Brown, for example, has claimed Katt was right about Kevin Hart's sudden rise to the top.
You know, everybody's buttoned down like that and wants to control the world. There's something involved that's outlandish if they keep a secret. That's always been the case with secret societies. I mean, that's the whole eyes wide shut thing, that there's some freak shit going on behind the scenes to anybody that really wants to control everything. You don't just want to control everything. You want to control everything so you can get away with some freak too.
Right, I'm saying, but these Epstein-like characters have existed throughout history. Whether they were kings or what, human beings are human beings universally. So everybody is a supplier. Epstein, Weinstein, like these guys knew what these extremists liked and provided it, and provided the way for you to to have $1 billion and not create a fantasy island type environment has not existed throughout history.
And Katt warned that powerful people would eventually face exposure, that the truth would hit like an earthquake, shaking Hollywood, politics, and business all at once. Now the real question isn't just who knew Epstein. It's who gets investigated, who gets charged, and who somehow walks away untouched. And if that happens, a lot of eyes will turn back to Katt to see how he reacts, especially given his past comments about the Illuminati, about unseen forces pulling strings behind the scenes. 2026 may not just be about celebrities facing prison time. It may be the year that answers a bigger question. Does the system punish powerful people the same way it punishes everyone else? That's what the whole world is watching now. So what do you think happens next? Let us know in the comments below.